Good evening, everyone. It's Saturday evening. It is the 6th of September, 2024. Oh my gosh. No, sorry, it's 2025. I forgot what year it was. Holy cow. Well, we're definitely having a much better hurricane season in 2025 than we were in 24 or 23. And of course, we've been really lucky and blessed for that being the case because typically in early September, we have usually a hurricane kind of knocking on the door of the Bahamas or going into the Gulf of Mexico towards Texas or going towards the Yucatan Peninsula. Or we have a storm coming across the Atlantic. Well, we had a tropical feature. It was Invest, I can't remember, 91L, I think it was, that had like an 80% chance of developing over 7 days. It's dissipated. It's not going to develop. And let me show you right here, right now. Let me just get to the satellite screen right now and show you. Here it is. There's there's the remnants of it. I don't know if you can see on my where my cursor's spinning. That's the remnants of the area of investigation that was supposed to have developed by the time it reached the Caribbean. But you can see the upper level winds over the Caribbean are not quite cooperating, and we have what they call the Saharan air layer that's still coming off here. The air is really dry right here, just to the north and to the west of this tropical wave that was supposed to develop in the next few days, but that's not going to happen. And you can see coming off the coast of Africa, there really isn't any strong waves. And one thing you'll see, at least if you know a lot about weather, I'm not a meteorologist, by the way. I just do this for fun, and I'm not going to pretend to be a meteorologist. I'm just going to share with you what I know about meteorology and about weather. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know. I don't know about the specifics of these computer forecast models, how they work and how they're computed, and I don't understand other elements like CAPE, for example. I know what CAPE is, but I don't understand the joules per kilogram measurement and how that's really factored into forecasts. But you can clearly see, at least I can, this is clearly a frontal boundary across the eastern United States, stretching all the way down to like North Texas, going all the way up to Maine. There's scattered showers and storms across that front. And as you can see, here's some like alto stratus clouds swinging down from Canada. There's some chilly air up there, some showers across the Great Lakes region. And it's chilly because there's a surge of cool air coming from Canada. Not going to make it to Florida or the Gulf Coast, but it's going to produce heavy rain and thunderstorms during the week, this week. And also, if you'll notice right here, there's a bubble up of showers and storms just to the east of the Bahamas. Well, not just the east, like four to 600 miles east of the Bahamas. What you're looking at, that is an upper level area of low pressure. Now, sometimes if these linger over an area long enough, you can get a circulation. Like upper level lows are basically a pocket of cold air high up in the altitude of the atmosphere, and that cold air over warm air causes convection. Thunderstorms arise up from the surface of the earth, the surface of the ocean, and if that triggers those long enough, eventually a surface low pressure area can develop, and it's not supposed to happen, but the disturbed weather associated with this looks like it's retrograding right towards Florida, really, and looks like that will reach Florida by Monday. So actually across the peninsula of Florida, there's a high chance of rain and thunderstorms, especially as we get into the late morning, early afternoon of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and possibly starting as early as Sunday because of the frontal boundary. So if you live in Orlando, Tampa, Gainesville, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, even back towards Tallahassee, there's going to be a good chance of thunderstorms across that area, and we're going to be happy to see that rain. Now, one thing I wanted to share with you, all of you, is a little bit about the Madden-Julian oscillation. Now, the reason the satellite map across the Atlantic is so dry right now is because you see this in yellow, excuse me, in brown. We are in what they call the suppressed phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation. What that is, it's a large scale weather pattern that circles the globe about every 30 to 60 days. And when you're in the suppressed phase, the air at high altitude is sinking and it's warming. So you got dry, warm air at high altitude kind of sinking down because of lots of high pressure. And it causes, thunderstorms can't pop up, they can't develop. And so let me show you here real quick. This is just a quick rundown of what this is. Now listen, skip this.
Have you ever heard some of the alphabet soup that gets thrown out when meteorologists and weather geeks are forecasting tropical systems and hurricanes? One of those is MJO, these acronyms that get thrown around. This one is called the Madden-Julian Oscillation. It's actually really kind of simple what it is, right? So basically, it has to do with the weather around the equator, and generally, you will get these little pockets of active weather that will move from west to east across the entire equator. So it'll go all the way around the globe. That is called the enhanced phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation. It's basically just enhanced weather moving from west to east across the equator. Now, where you're not in that enhanced phase, things are generally a little bit quieter. And the reason that this is so important for forecasting is because, say you're over the Eastern Pacific, right? And you get this enhanced phase of the MJO that moves over the Eastern Pacific. That would tend to increase the chances that you would have some tropical development. But keep in mind,
Okay, so you heard what the meteorologist said on the Weather Channel. When that positive phase of the MJO moves across an area, it enhances the chance of tropical activity. In the next week or so, it's going to remain quiet, but by the middle of September, by about the 15th to the 20th, we're going to get into a more positive phase, upward phase of the Madden-Julian oscillation, and it's going to probably make activity stronger across the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean and the Gulf. So anyway, there's nothing else to report now. There's no tropical activity imminent. So enjoy the quiet. I hope it kind of stays this way because we really need to go back to like early 1990s, late 1980s hurricane activity where there was hardly anything. So hope that's the case. Hopefully we're getting out of this 30-year cycle of high activity and going to go into a couple of quieter decades of hurricane activity. That's what I'm hoping is in the process of happening right now. So anyway, have a good night, everyone, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys early next week. Good night.